Yay, Obama's going to win the election. But I wouldn't be smoking your stogies just yet. This thing's still going to be a squeaker, and it's going to be razor thin in a couple of states. But I've got good reason to believe Obama finally has the momentum he needs and just enough of a lead in enough crucial states that I think he should be able to carry this out. And on top of that, watching all the Sunday morning talk shows today, I'm pretty convinced that the Republicans are really starting to act desperate and defeatist, and I think their own poll numbers are starting to show this thing's about wrapped up. So let's take a look at what we got here, reasons why Obama's going to win this thing. So, of course, probably the biggest, most recent event was the hurricane, and I really got to say, whether it's an act of God, which is what Karl Rove is claiming, and the Republicans are already making excuses for why they're going to lose and blaming it on the hurricane. But if it's an act of God, then obviously God didn't want Mitt Romney in there, so take what you want from that. But secondly, of course, Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, his basically endorsement of Obama, implicit endorsement by praising how well he handled this disaster. And if you had forgotten, he was actually the keynote speaker at the Republican convention. So to have him coming around praising Obama the way he did after the disaster, I think that was huge. Third, Mayor Bloomberg from New York just gave gave Obama his recommendation. And so he finally endorsed somebody. And so to get Chris Christie and Bloomberg's endorsement both within 2 days after the hurricane, I just feel like all of those events at once was just enough to topple Romney's momentum and push Obama back up, sort of just on a plateau at this point where he should be able to sail right through. I think the campaign, I was talking about them looking desperate. I already hear them making excuses. I hear Karl Rove starting to explain why he was wrong with all his predictions that Romney was going to win this. So, of course, he's saying, how could he have predicted Hurricane Sandy and that that's made all the difference and that it's obvious Romney would have swept the election if it wasn't for the hurricane and whatever. I think Donald Trump certainly didn't help Romney with him coming out with his little October stunt, basically offering $5 million for Obama to throw the campaign, which, nobody knows exactly what the hell, he thinks is in any of that school records. But assuming that, he assumes there's something that would hurt Obama, the idea that they would turn it over for $5 million is so ridiculous and stupid in a campaign that's raised over $1 billion. Like they would even do anything to jeopardize it. So, I mean, offer $1 billion at least, Trump, if you're going to do something serious. Otherwise, you just look like a joke. I mean, $5 million, give me a break. So yeah, other than that, the only scare at this point is how good the disenfranchisement efforts of the Republicans are going to be. I've seen lines, Miami-Dade County today, they tried to close the polling grounds and said they were out of ballots or they ran out of equipment, something. And so the people, there was still hundreds of people in line who were chanting, let us vote, let us vote. They finally opened the doors again and let people vote for a couple hours. But this is going to be going on, especially in the battleground states. Virginia, Ohio, Wisconsin, several of the battleground states are all held by Republicans. They hold the election polls in other places, so that's going to be a little bit scary. And until we actually get all the votes counted, it's going to be hard to know how many of those are going to get tossed out or something's going to happen. And then the other big scare right now is that there may be some challenge in one of the districts in a crucial swing state like Ohio, and it could basically hold up the whole election. That if you don't have Ohio's decision and you can't count their electoral votes, nobody has the win, and we end up waiting weeks before this thing's decided. That would probably be the worst case scenario. But at least what we got going for us is in the meantime, Obama's already president and he's in there. So as long as this thing drags out, he's going to be president in the meantime anyway. So it's not really going to help the Republicans to just drag this out indefinitely. It's not like Romney's going to be in there. But anyways, that's my prediction. Like I said, go Obama. I think we got the election, but this is no time to rest on your laurels. Make sure you get out there and vote. And then I'm going to be doing updates all throughout tomorrow and Election Day. And I'm going to be updating on exit polls. So keep your eyes out for those. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm just in time. I'll catch you guys on the next video.